In this presentation, we are going to discuss first what is meant by most powerful test, then uniformly most powerful test, and then Neyman-Pearson lemma or basics of Neyman-Pearson lemma. Now, as far as testing of hypothesis is concerned, there exist two types of error. One is type 1 error. Probability of type 1 error is alpha, and type 2 error, probability of type 2 error is beta. Naturally, since they are error, we would like to have a test which minimizes both the types of error, but we have already discussed this situation. Since the data is limited and their structure is such that reduction in one type of error causes the increasing in others. So if you try to reduce alpha, then beta is going to increase. On the other hand, if we try to reduce beta, alpha is going to increase, right? So that is basically situation because of the structure of these two errors. And of course, we are taking the decision on the basis of a sample rather than the population, so limited information is also there. So hence, in normal practice, a test that minimizes beta or maximizes 1 minus beta, that is nothing but the power, for the desired level of significance, that is alpha, is considered to be the best or optimum test. So what does it mean? Here we will fix alpha, right? So alpha is equal to 0.01, for example, or alpha is equal to 0.05. Once we fix that alpha, that means that is nothing but our desired level of significance or desired alpha, we try to minimize beta, or we maximize its power, that is 1 minus beta. So if we have a test, such a test where the 1 minus beta is maximum for desired level of significance alpha, then that test is known as best test or optimum test or the most powerful test. The critical region of the best test is called the best critical region. The best critical region has at least the same power of any other critical region of the same, at least बोल रहा हूँ, so maximum रह सकता है, region of the same size. So that is also very important statement. Size should be same. So when we compare the test, suppose there exist two tests, delta and delta 1, for the same set of hypotheses, and we wanted to identify which one is the best. So for such situation, first thing is that we must have the same size. So delta and delta 1 का size same रहना चाहिए, that is alpha, and then we will calculate the power, and जहाँ पे ज़्यादा power मिलेगा, that will be the best test as far as that particular situation is concerned. So on the on the basis of this whole thing, we are now going to define the most powerful test. So most powerful test naturally will be based on the best critical region. So the formal definition of most powerful test is like this: a test delta of h naught theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 1 based on the sample values x is said to be the most powerful test if and only if, जैसे इसके पहले की स्लाइड में मैंने बताया कि उनका साइज सेम चाहिए and power maximum जहाँ रहेगा, such test will be the most powerful test. So on the basis of that, we can now define the most powerful test. So the test delta will be most powerful test if and only if expected value of phi of x under h naught, that is nothing but our size condition, will be equal to desired level. Suppose desired level is alpha naught, so will be equal to alpha naught, and for every other test delta star there exists power of test delta is greater than equal to power of test delta star. So at least का जो definition था, according to that this kind of sign is there. So power of test delta greater than equal to power of test delta star, that is power function, if you remember, then that is nothing but beta delta theta greater than equal to beta delta star theta, where theta equal to theta 1, that is nothing but our alternative hypothesis. So this is nothing but the power of delta, this is nothing but power of delta star. So if power of delta is greater than equal to power of delta star, and of course the size condition is true for both the tests, then the critical region satisfying the above condition is known as the most powerful critical region, and the test based on the critical region is called as most powerful test. So पहली तो कंडीशन है कि साइज कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए, and the second thing is that power of such test should be greater than equal to power of rest of the any other test, right? So in this case we have assumed that any other test is delta star, so we have power of test delta greater than equal to power of test delta star. If such condition exists, then we call the critical region as the best or most powerful critical region, and the test based on such a critical region is called as most powerful test, right? So that is the definition of most powerful test. Now on the basis of same thing, uniformly most powerful test is also defined. Okay, so let me take this discussion forward. Now suppose the hypothesis right now what we have discussed is theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta, right? And for this particular set of hypotheses we have defined a test delta which is most powerful test. Most powerful test का मतलब क्या है कि it maximizes the power for this alternative hypothesis. तो अगर आपको याद है तो मैंने जो लिखा था वहाँ पे वो था बीटा डेल्टा थीटा, दैट इज पावर is greater than equal to beta delta star theta for this set of hypothesis, that is theta equal to theta 1, right? If such test exists, then delta is known as the most powerful test. Of course size condition true है, मैं assume करते हुए जा रहा हूँ. So in simple term it means that a test which satisfy the size condition and which gives us the maximum power, that is 1 minus beta, then such a test is known as most powerful test. Now in this case you can see the set of hypotheses theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 1. That means we are comparing simple hypothesis. This is simple hypothesis. अगर simple hypothesis का definition याद है, so this is simple hypothesis, this is also a simple hypothesis. So this is a case of simple hypothesis against a simple alternative hypothesis. Now situation में exist जहाँ पे alternative hypothesis simple ना रहते हुए composite hypothesis रह सकता है. For example, suppose the hypothesis that I wanted to test is theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta not equal to this theta naught, right? So theta equal to theta 0 against theta not equal to theta 0. ये set of hypothesis हमें compare करना है, and we wanted to find out a best test. Now since the alternative hypothesis is theta equal to theta naught, the possible values of theta will be theta 1 which is not equal to theta naught, theta 2, and so on. Any value of theta which is not equal to theta naught will be part of this alternative hypothesis. So एक केस ये रह सकती है theta equal to theta 1, एक केस रह सकती है theta equal to theta 2, and so on. You have a series of alternative hypothesis which is a part of this our alternative hypothesis. Now when I say that I wanted to find out a best test, then if I compare this hypothesis with this alternative hypothesis, that means theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 1, and suppose there exists one test delta 1. Now this delta 1 is best test, and if I am comparing this simple hypothesis against the simple alternative hypothesis, then according to the discussion of most powerful test, this delta 1, as I am saying that is a best test, will be most powerful for this particular set of hypothesis. that is theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 1, right? So the delta 1 in this case will be called as most powerful test. अभी तक मैंने इसको uniformly most powerful test नहीं बोला है. Now let us concentrate on another set of hypothesis, theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 2, which is again a part of this hypothesis because theta 2 is not equal to theta naught. So that means this set of hypothesis or this hypothesis is again a part of this particular hypothesis. So this is second hypothesis from the same set of hypotheses that is generated. Now suppose I compare this theta equal to theta naught against this alternative hypothesis, and if I try to find out the best test, optimum test, and suppose same test delta 1 is best or optimum test for this set of hypotheses also. Delta 1 was best test or most powerful test for this set of hypotheses. Now what I am getting, delta 1 is also again a most powerful test for this set of hypotheses. Which set of hypotheses? Theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 2. So the same test which is most powerful for this alternative hypothesis is again a most powerful for this alternative hypothesis. Again there will be another set of hypotheses, part of this particular general hypothesis, theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta 3, with the condition that theta 3 is not equal to theta naught. And if same test is again a most powerful test for this set of hypotheses, so delta 1 which is most powerful for this alternative hypothesis, same test that is delta 1 is most powerful for this set of hypotheses, and this test delta 1 which is most powerful for this set of hypotheses is again a most powerful for this hypothesis, again this alternative hypothesis. And if this situation is true for every other alternative hypothesis, every other मतलब जो ये अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस को बिलोंग करता है, ऐसे सभी थीटा के वैल्यूज़ के लिए अगर डेल्टा 1 मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट रहती है, देन वी कॉल डेल्टा 1 एज यूनिफॉर्मली मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट. सो मोस्ट पावरफुल एंड यूनिफॉर्मली मोस्ट पावरफुल, अगर मैं लोकल और ग्लोबल लेवल की बात करता हूँ, जो मैथमेटिक्स की टर्म आती है ना, सो उस टर्म में वी कैन से दैट इफ ऑप्टिमम a test which is optimum for every other alternative hypothesis, that means the test which is most powerful for every other alternative hypothesis, then such a test is known as uniformly most powerful test. Of course I am assuming that the size condition remains true, that means size is equal to alpha naught. सो अगर ऐसी टेस्ट एग्जिस्ट करती है विच इज़ मोस्ट पावरफुल फॉर दिस हाइपोथेसिस, विच इज़ मोस्ट पावरफुल फॉर दिस हाइपोथेसिस, विच इज़ मोस्ट पावरफुल फॉर दिस हाइपोथेसिस, विच इज़ मोस्ट पावरफुल फॉर all the values of theta which are not equal to theta naught, then such a test is known as uniformly most powerful test. But please remember that it is very difficult to obtain uniformly most powerful test, because generally a test which is most powerful for this set of hypotheses may not be most powerful for these two set of hypotheses, or a set which is most powerful for this may not be powerful for this set of hypotheses. So to obtain uniformly most powerful test, we have to put certain additional restriction on this. So let me show you the presentation. So this is the definition of most powerful test. So you can see that condition 1 and 2 is there. On the basis of that we define most powerful test. Now if I want to define uniformly most powerful test, then uniformly most powerful test, suppose delta star, then this delta star should maximize the power for every other alternative hypothesis, not for only theta equal to theta 1, but theta विच इज़ नॉट इक्वल टू थीटा ज़ीरो, ऐसे सभी अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस को अगर हमें एक टेस्ट मिलती है विच गिव्स अस द मैक्सिमम पावर, देन दैट टेस्ट इज नोन एज यूनिफॉर्मली मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट. So the formal definition of uniformly most powerful test, that is UMP test, is a test delta of h naught theta equal to theta naught against h1 theta which is not equal to theta naught is said to be uniformly most powerful test of size alpha naught if and only if the size condition, as I said, I am assuming that size condition holds, that is expectation of phi of x under h naught equal to alpha naught, so that is predefined level of significance. And for every other test delta star there exists power of test delta greater than equal to power of test delta star for all theta which is not equal to theta naught, that is beta delta theta greater than equal to beta delta star theta for all theta not equal to theta naught. सो कोई पर्टिकुलर केस नहीं लिखा है यहाँ पे, मैंने यहाँ लिखा है थीटा नॉट इक्वल टू थीटा ज़ीरो, राइट. सो फॉर एवरी सिचुएशन वेयर थीटा इज नॉट इक्वल टू दिस पर्टिकुलर थीटा नॉट वैल्यू, इफ दिस कंडीशन रिमेन्स ट्रू, then we say that that particular test is uniformly most powerful test. Thus, the critical region which offers the most powerful test for a series of alternative hypotheses, when the same null hypothesis is compared against each of them, is called uniformly most powerful critical region, and the test based on it is known as uniformly most powerful test. तो वहाँ पे भी मैंने अभी जो एक एग्जांपल लिया था, थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा नॉट अगेंस्ट थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा वन अगेंस्ट थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा टू अगेंस्ट थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा थ्री, तो वहाँ पे सेम नल हाइपोथेसिस को हमने कंपेयर किया था अगेंस्ट द सीरीज ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस. And if single test exists which maximizes the power for these series of alternative hypotheses, then the test is known as uniformly most powerful test. It should be noted that uniformly most powerful test may not always exist because it may not always maximize the power for every other alternative hypothesis थीटा बिलोंग्स टू ओमेगा के. जैसा मैंने उस जैम बोर्ड पे बताया था कि एक आधी टेस्ट आपको थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा वन को मैक्सिमाइज करेगी पावर, बट रेस्ट ऑफ द हाइपोथेसिस को नहीं करेगी. या एक आधी टेस्ट आप लोगों को थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा टू को पावर मैक्सिमाइज करा के दे सकती है, बट रेस्ट ऑफ द अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस के लिए वो सेम टेस्ट मैक्सिमम नहीं करेगी पावर को. So that means a single test is not maximizing the power for every alternative hypothesis, and therefore such a test are not uniformly most powerful. They will be most powerful test for that particular set of hypotheses. For example, theta equal to theta naught against theta equal to theta one. सो इसके लिए एक मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट रह सकती है, बट वही टेस्ट अगर और अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस सच एज थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा वन, सॉरी थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा टू, थीटा इक्वल टू थीटा थ्री के लिए पावर को अगर मैक्सिमाइज नहीं करेगी, देन दैट टेस्ट विल नॉट बी नोन एज यूनिफॉर्मली मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट. दैट टेस्ट विल बी मोस्ट पावरफुल टेस्ट बट विल नॉट बी uniformly most powerful test. For uniformly most powerful test, we need a single test, same test, which is maximizing the power for every alternative hypothesis. And if such a test exists, then only it is known as uniformly most powerful test. So it should be noted that uniformly most powerful test may not always exist, right? We have to put certain additional restriction to obtain uniformly most powerful test.